I think. Assembled it myself last night.
What's up, tribe? How you guys doing? It is Sunday afternoon. I decided I would go live. I'm gonna give you guys about an hour. I'm gonna go live, and then I gotta take me a little nap and get ready for Game of Thrones. Let me tell y'all, I got up this morning at 30, right, to go to see the Avengers. My show was at 9 o'clock, so I had to be up by like 7:30 so that I could get to, get up, get dressed, and all that good stuff. Go get my snacks because I don't buy movie theater snacks. I had to go pick up my snacks so that I could get to get to my show, which started at 9, and then the movie was 3 hours. So then by the time I got home, I called myself. I said I was gonna do a little cleaning up around the house. I ain't cleaning up shit. So I'm gonna do this for a little bit because I had a few things on my mind, and we're not doing a podcast this week. So I thought I would just talk about a few little odds and ends, and then take me a little nap till about 7 o'clock, and then get up because I think I'm gonna go watch Game of Thrones over Mink's house. If you watch the podcast, I know who I'm talking about. You know who Mink is. I think we're gonna watch it together because tonight, if you watch Game of Thrones tonight show, I should have put that as a hashtag. Tonight show is gonna be epic. If you watch Game of Thrones, tonight's show is gonna be epic. They spent all last episode building us up to this battle, letting us see everybody. I feel like that was everybody's goodbye, just in case they don't make it through the battle. They gave us everybody's swan song. I think, all right, now y'all know I'm not good with names, so I'm gonna fuck up some names here. But I think that Lady Braun, whatever, I think she gonna die. Because they made her knight. I feel like they ended her story. They tied her little story up in a nice little bow. Hey, I see people coming in the room. Hi, y'all. I feel like she gonna die tonight because one more she did what she said she was gonna do. She got the Stark children home safe. She got them reunited. She protected them. They made her a knight. I feel like her story does. I think she's gonna die tonight. And I think, oh boy, the black boy with no testicles. I think he's gonna die tonight. Why? Because the black people always die. Shit. Black people always die. So I think he's gonna die tonight. Who else I think gonna die? I think Jaime might die tonight. I think Jaime Lannister might die tonight. Although I think it's more to Jaime Lannister's story than we know. I do. Welcome everybody that came in. Say hi. How y'all doing? I don't see anybody. I just want to say hi to y'all. Okay. But yeah, so I think I'm going to go over her house and watch it because I just feel like that's an episode you need to watch with some people if you look at Game of Thrones. I'm not going to do any spoilers, but I will say go see The Avengers. It's good. It's really good. The 3 hours goes by really quickly. It does not feel like a 3-hour movie. They play with your emotions a lot in it. So I'm going to say no spoilers, though. I'm not giving any spoilers. But go see it. It's really good. If you've been following, the whole Avengers thing, the whole Marvel Comics piece of it, go ahead and see it. But yeah. So my first hashtag I put on this was Braxton Family Values. So here's the thing. Thanks for the thumbs up. Somebody just gave me a thumbs up. Thank you. I'm behind on Braxton Family Values. And so I said, well, rather than do a whole video, let me just go ahead and throw my little 2 cents out here. So first of all, I feel like we are spending every episode explaining what we already know in the news. I feel like we talked about Tony losing her ring and explaining how she lost her ring. Hey, April, how you doing, boo? Explaining how she lost her ring. We're going to talk about Birdman, her and Birdman breaking up and that whole storyline. We talking about Tamar, her new boo. Now we talking about Tamar going on Celebrity Big Brother, which we know she already won. We are talking about the unfortunate situation with Gabe. And I'm going to tell y'all something what sort of pissed me off with the editing. If y'all been looking at Braxton Family Values, y'all know what I'm talking about. So when Trina found out about Gabe and they got that on tape, okay. And then when they were having the girls sleepover, Trina was getting ready to tell them. And she started crying and she started getting emotional. And then she said, I can't do this on tape. So they were like, cut the cameras, take my mic off. And it showed them in this empty, like the cameras filmed the empty room, which I guess was supposed to give the impression that the sisters had gone off to have a private conversation. And then it came back to filming and it shows her telling them on camera and them being all surprised and shit. I was like, for real, y'all? Y'all just showed us that she told them in private. Y'all ain't have to do all of that. Like, I felt like that was so... We know that reality ain't always reality. Like, we know that. But I feel like that was an unnecessary lie. You know what I mean? That was an unnecessary lie. Like, y'all could have turned the cameras back on and showed the reaction without making it look like, well, I talked to Gabe and blah, 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 blah. But it's fake with a question mark, right? Just like that season that Tamar got fired from the Real, and they did that whole scene that Toni Braxton came over for Tamar to tell her, and supposedly she already knew, and that wasn't a real scene. But we didn't know it wasn't real. And this one, you could clearly see that was a fake scene, and I was just like, why are we? That's an unnecessary lie. Let me tell you something about Let me tell you what my grandmama. I love my grandmama. She's gone now, but I love my grandmother. And I remember one time my grandmother lied to her neighbor about something. I don't even remember what it was. And so we went in the house. I was young then. We went in the house. I said, Grandma, why you just lied? She said, baby, let me tell you something. Hey, Tanitra. I hope I said that right, boo. My grandmother said, baby, everybody lies. Grandma just saves hers for the important stuff. And that's how I live my life, okay? People lie. We know that. But you don't have to tell no unnecessary lie. That was an unnecessary lie. The Braxtons have a habit of putting on shoes. What that mean? Shows. Okay, thank you. I was like, shoes. Yeah, and I know that. And that's why I'm saying, like, we probably would have known that wasn't the first that they were hearing about Gabe. But again, to keep the integrity of the reality show, no, girl, you good. Girl, please. Autocorrect be getting me all the time, but I just wasn't sure. You know, I wanted to say what you were saying. You know what I'm saying? It's like, so anyway, it's really sad what happened with Gabe because we know that he ended up passing. And the sad thing about cancer, there's so many different symptoms that you can easily miss. And so many times we, especially as adults, we just let stuff go. And it wasn't until blood started showing up in his urine that he went to the doctor. But I promise you, there were probably things that happened that he didn't pay attention to, or he went and bought something over the counter and thought it was all good. And it's really a shame because it sounds like he deteriorated quickly. It sounds like once he was diagnosed, he died like within a matter of weeks. And that is just so sad. And sometimes I wonder if his mind over matter. Like, did he deteriorate that quickly because he found out he had cancer and he sort of let it get in his head? Or if legitimately that's just how fast the cancer progressed? But anyway, hey, you guys, come on in, say hi. How you doing? Everybody? So my 2 cents on the Braxton. So I'm 2 episodes behind. So let me start with the first episode and then we'll get to the second episode because some good shit really did break down on the second episode that I missed. So the first episode that I missed, we find out it's really Tamar for some reason thinks that Trina done secretly got married. It's really some bullshit. But Tamar decides she's going to find out who Tawanda's secret boo is. And we end up finding out who she's dating. Now, what I'm going to say is this. I can respect Tawanda for protecting her privacy and saying, look, I know I'm on a reality show, but I also know how crazy shit can get once they know a little bit about your business. And so I'm going to protect my relationship for as long as I can protect my relationship. And I can respect that she did that. And respect that she didn't let us know who she was dating for a minute. Like, they've been dating for like 2 years at this point. But it's Sean King, I think his name is. He's a producer. And he's known the family and he's known them. And they just didn't know that they were dating. But it was really cute. Because, again, do I believe that that's really how it went down? Because it just happened too easily that Tamar figured out who this guy was and put these clues together. But that was cute the way they did that. And Tawanda sounds like she ready to take the next jump. But ain't Tawanda still living with her ex-husband? Ain't they still doing that upstairs, downstairs thing? Honey. Anyway, not my business. But yeah, so it sounds like she's ready to go and make the plunge. Trina's ready to make the plunge. Tony and Birdman done broke up. She said that they transitioning and things are just not, going well, and they done broke up. She said that she thinks that her being indecisive about the wedding had a lot to do with it. Well, I can understand that, Somebody asked you to marry them and you don't even have enough time to set a date. I mean, that says to me that you ain't really trying to get married. But I never really thought that relationship was real either. So, but that's my business. That's my opinion, I should say, on the outside looking in. But on this week's episode, shit got a little shaky. Okay. If you follow the Braxtons, then you know that last season, was it last season or the season before last? Because last season was when they had that whole breakdown and Tamar wouldn't film and all that shit. Or the sisters wouldn't film, whatever that happened. But when Tracy, Tamar, and Tony were supposed to go on tour together, and supposedly Tamar got Trina thrown off the tour. Come to find out, Tamar said she didn't know anything about it. That was between management teams. She didn't make a decision to get her sister thrown off, and it really hurt her that her sister would think that she did that to her. So, with that being said, Tamar decided she had a couple of shows coming up, and she decided to ask Tracy to open up for her. Tracy accepted. Now, here's where the shit got shady, and here's where I have a problem. Tamar said she invited Tracy, but didn't want Tracy's management to be a part of be around. Cliff Jones, who I know, I live in the area, so I know who Cliff is. He's real active. A couple of other friends of mine work with him. Matter of fact, quiet as it's kept, the studio. Hey, Regina, how you doing, boo? The studio where they do recording really is not that. It's actually in my neighborhood. I know exactly where they record at. And I know some people who are cool with Cliff. I ain't saying I'm cool with Cliff. I don't know Cliff. Cliff don't know me. But I'm saying I know who he is in this area. He's very well known in this area to produce shows and to manage different acts. So Tamar seems to have a problem with Cliff. She feels like Cliff had a lot to do with the way that whole situation went down. And Cliff was the one that said that Tamar was the one that kicked Tracy off. So she has a problem with Cliff. Here's my problem with the way that whole situation went down. You asked Tracy to open up for you. You know that with Tracy comes her manager. You don't have to like her manager, but that's who her manager is. Until you cleared the air about all of that stuff, I understand you want to try to mend fences with your sister, but the problem was your sister comes with her management. Now, had that been the reverse, had somebody had invited you to come somewhere but said, but your management can't come, your management is barred from the premises, they wouldn't let. I took the braids out because, look, I'm going to get to that. Regina, I'm going to come back to them braids because you know my train of thought. I'm going to come back to the braids. But you knew that if the situation had been reversed and somebody tried to bar Vince when he was your manager, or this new guy who I don't think I like, bar him from the premises, say he can't be at the show, he can't be anywhere around, you would have a problem with that. When somebody's manager is an integral part of them being at a place, them setting stuff up. And when Tracy showed up to practice, Cliff shows up and their producers from the show are telling him he can't be there because Tamar doesn't want him anywhere around. Tamar, you were wrong. And what I mean by that is you can feel how you feel and you cannot like Cliff all you want, but you should have handled that better. You should have let Tracy know when you invited Tracy to come and do the show, you should have let Tracy know, look, I'm cool with you and me and you working things out, but I got a problem with Cliff and I really don't want Cliff around. And if that's a deal breaker, that's fine. I need to know that now. That's how you should have handled that because they got to New York. I'm going to get you, Regina. I'm going to get to you. You got to New York and the shit was fucked up in New York. The bus driver went to the hotel instead of to the venue. They got to the venue. Tracy didn't even have a dressing room. And like Tracy said, the way I was treated, I wouldn't have been treated like that had my manager been there. They wouldn't have done that because Cliff would have made sure that everything was everything and that because that's his job. He's the manager. That is his job. And if the only people around are Tamar's team, then there's nobody around to take care of Tracy. And there's nothing wrong with Tracy saying, look, I know I might not be as big of a star, but you asked me to be on your show, and there's a certain level of respect that I should have. And that would have been Cliff's job. And I think that they do that. You're right. They do it to Tracy. And her husband even said that. He said, you know, haven't we sung this song before? He said they would never treat Tony like this. And they wouldn't. And my thing is, then they did the show. So Cliff didn't even show up for the show in New York. He didn't go. He left the rehearsal the day they asked him to lead the rehearsal, and he didn't even go to New York. But the show in DC at the Howard Theater, of course he lives here. Of course he's going to be there. So he's backstage and he made a comment about this my house, because he probably has shows at the Howard Theater all the time. He probably knows the management. He probably knows people, because the Howard Theater is a very popular venue and there's shows there all the time. So he probably knows those people. And he probably had the attitude of, you're not putting me up out of here. Like, I know these folks, you're not putting me out of here. This is my artist. And she probably had talked to him about what happened in New York. And so he was like, all right, I'm going to be there tonight to make sure everything is everything. Girl, Regina, I'm talking about Braxton Family Values. Do you look at Braxton Family Values? I'm just because I didn't do the review for the last 2 weeks. The first week I was in Tennessee and I never got caught up. And so I said, I'll just do in my live. I'll just talk a little bit about it. Because the only thing I really want to talk about is this little piece. The rest of it is just stuff we already know, for real. But this little piece right here. So when Tamar's team found out Cliff was in the building, they basically approached him to tell him he wasn't welcome. He wasn't welcome to be in the building. And they were like, well, no, I'm sorry, take that back. Wasn't welcome to be backstage. They said, you can watch the show from the audience, but Tamar doesn't want you backstage. Now, here's my issue. Tamar was in her dressing room. Why did it matter if he was backstage? It wasn't like they had to, I could see if they had to share space. They didn't have to share space. So why does it fucking matter? So it turned into a big thing, and Cliff got into it with one of Tamar's people. I forget what's that boy's name, LaRoyce, not LaRoyce. LaRoyce is the actor from Chicago PD. Anyway, with one of her people, and Tennessee was great. I'll talk about Tennessee next because I'm talking about them braids in a minute too. So, what ended up happening was, they ended up getting into it. Now, this is where Cliff was wrong, because Cliff, and let me backtrack for a second. Based on the editing, because you know how they like to edit shit. Based on the editing, this is where Cliff was wrong, because it seemed like it went from 0 to 100. 1 minute Cliff was standing there, minding his business, drinking a drink. Next thing you know, they arguing, going back and forth. And Cliff used some derogatory terms, called him a faggot, excuse my language, and everything. I should have said F word. Maybe I shouldn't have said that word. But he called him that, called him a couple of other choice words, and the two of them was about to really fight, like for real. And then when it was over, this is going on while Tracy is on stage singing. So when Tracy gets off stage, she finds out what happened, and they end up leaving. Because Tracy was like, I'm not doing this. She was like, you disrespected me in New York last week. No, first you started off by telling me that my manager wasn't welcome. Then you disrespected me in New York. Now I'm here, my manager's here, and you disrespected my manager. I'm out. I'm gone. The sad thing was, I feel like Tracy and Tamar had actually started mending fences, and they did a cute little show together, and they were performing together. They did, at the end, they did Love and War together. I thought it was and so it's sad, and I feel bad that that's how it kind of fell out, because it seems to me like all of that could have been resolved over a conversation. And yes, Tamar is a mess, and Tamar is Tamar, but in that situation, I just feel like if you had a problem with Tracy's management, you should have known that was going to be a part. Like, Tracy was going to show up with her manager. Why wouldn't she? Like, why wouldn't she show up with her manager? And if you felt like her manager had something to do with the bullshit and the drama that went down between you and your sister, then that should have been a conversation you should have had before you asked her to be a part of your show. Because had the situation been reversed, had somebody had done that to your manager, especially when it was Vince, when that was your husband / manager, you wouldn't have been having it. You'd have been cussing everybody out and some more stuff. So, and this new manager she has, I don't think I'm crazy about him. I don't know that man like that, but from what they showed us, I don't know about that. It's okay. They said thank you, boo, because I it came out and I was like, oh, maybe I shouldn't say it. I don't, but you know how people take stuff. They're gonna be like, really, bitch, said such and such, and take it all out of context. But it is what it is. It's out there now. It's gonna be what it's gonna be. But yeah, so that's my 2 cents on Braxton Family Values, and that's gonna be a big blow up. They're gonna drag that shit on for 3 or 4 episodes because it really ain't nothing there. Like I said, they're basically spending every episode explaining what we've already heard in the media. Like we know all of this stuff. That, for the exception of that, I didn't know about that blow up with Toya Tracy and Tamar. I do know a couple of months back, and I don't know if this was the same show. When Tamar was at the Howard Theater a few months back, there was a big blow up backstage when Lonnie B tried to get backstage and they weren't trying to let him backstage. I know Lonnie B. I know there was a big blow up with that, but I don't think it was the same night, but it could have been, because who knows? Girl, they can do whatever they want, child. All right, let me talk about these braids for a second. Okay, I liked the braids. Okay, and I'm gonna get my hair braided again. But here's what happened. Let me go back to the beginning of this braid situation. I don't know why it's so hard for me to find somebody to braid my damn hair. But I went to this, I don't know if you were listening, following me back then or not. When I got my faux locks done last summer, girl, that was a hot mess. So I went to go get my braids done, and I had shown the lady the picture of what I wanted. It was similar to what she did, but it wasn't what I asked for. And of course, what she did cost more money. But at that point, what I'm supposed to do, she did it. It was in my hair, so I paid whatever. Then, hey, Shauna, hey, boo. Then the hair they used must have been old, because when I tell you, y'all saw me and all that other stuff, my hair was so dry. It was so dry, honey. It was just, it was dry. I had to keep putting oil, and I was pouring oil on it, and God tore up my damn pillowcases because I had oil all on my damn pillowcases and stuff. And so as a result, I kept scratching and rubbing and patting and all that other stuff. And to me, I'm real picky about braids because I'm the type of person that I'll talk about somebody if it looked like they had their braids in too long. From a distance, it probably didn't look that bad when I was doing my reviews and stuff like that. But back here in the back, honey, the kitchen area, it was a whole lot going on back up under there. My hair was coming, was not coming out like falling out, but coming out the braid, because my hair is short in the back, and the braid was coming down long. So like the little pieces that it was coming out. It was, I felt like I kept scratching it, and the more I scratched it, it just kept looking, it just started looking old. The other problem was I'm going out of town this weekend coming up. So if I didn't take the braids out this weekend, I would have had to wait another 2 weeks, because I couldn't take my braids out and go, it would have been a lot for me to try to take my braids out, go to work, take my braids out, get my hair done all in the same night. It would have been a lot. And I knew that them braids wasn't going to make it 2 more weeks. So I just took them out. But I am going to get my braids done again, because probably most of the summer my hair going to be braided, because I swim a lot. I'm a fish. I'm a Cancer. I'm a water baby. I stay in the water. So, and then I had to get my color, honey, because the gray was coming through. I had to get my color done. So probably within the next 2 weeks, I'm gonna get my hair braided again. And it'll probably stay braided most of the summer because what I really want is a bob. And that's the other thing. I'm ready for my hair to grow. And it's growing out. It's just not growing as fast as I want it to. I don't like this in between. Like, I don't like the way my hair looks right now. Like, I really don't. Like, I feel like I look like an old lady. I just don't like it. But it's that in between length, but it's just really not a lot. So I'm ready for it to grow. Anyway, that's the saga with my hair. Let me see here. What y'all talking about? Nashville. Okay, I'm gonna talk about Nashville. You know what? I didn't know that. Okay, Bondi Blue said washing with apple cider vinegar to get the hair to soften up and stop itching. Because see, my hairdresser, when I went to the hairdresser on yesterday morning, honey, when she put this color in, it was tearing my scalp up. Like, I felt like I've been getting my hair colored since college. Because, in college, I was just playing with colors. And I've been coloring it regularly since college. I have never, and I've had everything from platinum blonde to red to, I have never had my scalp burn. But she said because my scalp was so dry, she said they used old hair. She said the hair that they used was old, and so that's where all this itch and stuff. But I didn't know that. I'm gonna have to try that. Okay, thank you, Bondi Blue. Shout out Bondi Blue. I'm gonna have to try that. No, I don't think my hair is damaged. She had to clip some of the ends, but it wasn't. From what she said, it's just my scalp. My scalp was really dry, mainly in the back. It was really, really dry. It was hot. Oh, honey, that thing was burned. It was tearing me up yesterday. I was like, whoo, I ain't never. And it was when she put the heat on. You know, when you get your hair colored and she put me under the dryer. It was when she put that heat on it. So I had to take the dryer off and just sit there. Because that heat, I couldn't do it. It was tearing me up. I couldn't do it. Yeah, I'm gonna try that though next time, the apple cider. Because I get my hair braided all the time. You know what I mean? At least once a year. When I say all the time, at least once a year I get my hair. Because again, in the summer and when I go on vacation, a lot of times I get my hair braided because because I stay in the water, I don't like worrying about my hair especially when I'm on vacation. I'm not one of those women that was blessed with the tools to do my own hair. Like I'm not that person. If I can't slick it back in a ponytail in this length, I can't do a ponytail right now. I don't have a whole lot to do with it. And I also don't like when I travel, I don't like having to pack all that shit. You know what I mean? With braids, you need some oil and a scarf. You know what I mean? I don't need, shampoo and conditioner. But you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't have to worry about flat irons and this, that, and the other, and spritz and all the other stuff. I just like to get up and go. So, yeah. Yeah, my scalp was tender as hell, honey. My scalp was tender as hell. So, yeah, when I travel, I don't like to deal with all of that. So, a lot of times, if I know I'm, like, when I went to Tennessee, that's part of why I got my hair braided for Nashville. And I did think I was going to be able to keep it in for at least another week, but I just couldn't. It wasn't going to look right. It just, for me, you know, it's all about your own personal comfort level. You know what I'm saying? If I were going to be in town this weekend coming up, I probably would have kept it in for another week. But knowing I'm not going to be in town this weekend, I just didn't think I had 2 more weeks left in that hairstyle. I just didn't think it was going to last that long, honey. Because Wednesday would have been 3 weeks. So 2 more weeks, that would be almost 4. That'd be almost a month. That wasn't a month hairstyle. At least not to me, it wasn't. I didn't think that was a month-long hairstyle. Yeah, and the thing is, Tenitra, I'm not tender-headed, but when she was doing my braids, that thing was hurting. And I'm not tender-headed. I normally, when I get my hair braided, it normally doesn't hurt. You know, right in the beginning, when they first do that first little bit right here, that might hurt a little bit. But normally, it does not hurt when I get my hair braided. That thing, it hurt. So I said, yes, I won't be going back to that particular location. But I do have somebody that I think is going to do it and do it for a better price and probably do a better job. So I'm going to try them out next time. Yeah, and that was the other. Yes, honey. It was tearing me up right here. This right here on my ear with my glasses, honey. That was tearing because the braid was so close to my ear right here. I ended up having to put my glasses like through the braid for it to sit right on my eyes. It was a lot. It was a mess. But, and like I said, I normally don't have a whole lot of problems with my hair braiding, but the last 2 experiences have not been really good ones. But anyway, so Nashville, let me tell you, I had a ball in Nashville. I went to Nashville to visit a really good friend of mine. She just relocated there. And we had a really good time. Nashville is a really laid back city. While I was there, everybody was nice and, you know, spoke and smiled and that kind of thing. I went to the Jack Daniels factory. If y'all know me, y'all know that was like me going to heaven, honey. Spent way too much damn money at that Jack Daniels factory. I did. I spent too much money at the Jack Daniels factory. But it was worth it. I don't regret it. I didn't buy ridiculous stuff. I just bought a lot of stuff. You know what I'm saying? But I had a good time. Went to the Grand Ole Opry. I enjoyed that. Yes, honey. Yes, Shauna. Yes. Went to a couple of nice places to eat. I wanted to go to the Civil Rights Museum, but it was closed on Tuesday, and that's the day I was going to go. I guess I should have checked the website before, because I went to the Monday, we went to the Jack Daniels factory, and Tuesday is when I went to the Grand Ole Opry, and I was going to go to the Civil Rights Museum after I left the Grand Ole Opry, but I think I just heard some thunder outside. Like, I don't know if that was thunder or if that was okay. It was overcast about an hour ago, but then it cleared up. But now that sounds like I just heard some thunder. Anyway, moving on. So, I was gonna go after I left the Grand Ole Opry on Tuesday, but they're closed on Tuesdays. When I checked their website, they're open every day of the week except for Tuesday, right? So I'll probably go back though, because like I said, I have friends that are in Louisville, which is like 2 hours from Nashville, and then I have one of my other really, really good friends, one of my best friends. She lives in Indianapolis, which is like 2 hours, about 2 hours past Louisville. So within a 5-hour range, I have a lot of friends. So I'll probably be back. Like I said, and there were some other things I wanted to do. Like, I'm a nerd. So, I want to go to the Civil Rights Museum, and there's some other things I want to do. I went past Fisk University, but I didn't. They were on spring. No, they weren't. That's a lie. They weren't on spring break. I went past the university, but I didn't like stop and go on campus and go into the bookstore. Like, I kind of wish I had gone into the bookstore, maybe bought a sweatshirt or something, but I didn't. But I did drive by. But yeah, it was nice. Somebody was telling me to try the hot chicken, and I did, and that was good. It was good, honey. What else did I have there that was really good? Of course, I had some barbecue. No, and the next time I go, I'm gonna have to do that. I'm gonna have to go to Tennessee State and Fisk, because I'm a product of an HBCU, and so that's why I was saying I wish I had gone to the bookstore, stuff like that. But it was one of those things where it was my first time there, and we did so much stuff. The day that I went to the Grand Ole Opry, I had dropped my friend off at work, and I had her car for the day, and that's the day that I kind of wish I had kind of done all of that, but I didn't. By the time I left the Grand Ole Opry, and next to the Grand Ole Opry is an outlet mall, honey. So, I went to the outlet mall, did a little looking around, a little shopping. Then I left there, and I went to a salt room. That was my first time going to a salt room. My girlfriend recommended it. It's supposed to be really good for your sinuses and clear your sinuses up. So I went to a salt room. By the time I did all of that, it was time to pick her up from work. So I'm definitely going to go back, and I do want to go by Fisk and Tennessee State next time I go. I moved to Nashville. I moved from Nashville to Georgia for family, but bet your bottom dollar in 2 years I plan to be in Nashville. Okay. Yeah, the chicken was good. It was good. I tried it. The chicken was good. It was a couple of other places that were recommended to me. I have the list. I saved it on my iPad. And like I said, matter of fact, I might be going back as soon as June, because my girlfriend that I visited, her sons, she has 2 sons. Her 2 sons will be going to spend the month of June with their father. And so I said, well, if you want the whole month to just kind of relax and have some me time, that's cool. But if you want some company, if you think you're going to get a little lonely and you want some company, let me know. Cause she's, really good friend of mine. So she said she would let me know. So if she says she's up for some company, I think I may go back, but this time I think I might drive. I'm always good for a road trip. And so I think I might drive. And in that way, I'll have my car with me if I want to drive up to Louisville to see my friends up in Louisville, or drive. I was thinking about driving down to Memphis, or driving to even to Huntsville. I don't know if y'all look at Love and Marriage Huntsville. I've been talking to Kimmy on IG, and she said, she's like, if you're in the area, come on down, we can have lunch or something. And I was like, that'd be fun. So I might do that. So I think I might, if I decide, because I won't be working in June. So I'll have the time. So I might, if I decide to go back in June, I'll probably drive. Just, do my own thing. Yeah, that hot chicken was good. So, okay, so TSU and Fisk are right there together. So if I drive and I park in the area, I'll be able to hit both. Okay, cool. That's cool. And see, if I go back in June, the schools will probably be closed, or at least on like a summer school schedule, but the bookstore will probably still be open. Like I said, I would love to pick up a t-shirt or a sweatshirt from both of those schools, And what I also would like to pick up is a pennant or some sort of paraphernalia that I can put up at my job. So yeah, I'm definitely going to do that when I go back. Don't walk down Jefferson Street. Oh. When you say don't walk down Jefferson Street, you mean don't walk at night? You mean don't walk by myself? Or you mean just don't go? Okay, you say not safe. Okay, You ain't got to tell me twice. I'm cool with that. I believe you. I won't go. You ain't got to tell me twice. Boom. Let me ask y'all, okay, I got some people in the room talking now. Let me ask y'all a question. Have y'all heard the story about the principal, is it in Texas, that put a dress code in place for her parents? What y'all think about that? What y'all think about that? By yourself during the day, especially not at night. Well, dag on. Okay. All right, well, I will definitely keep that in mind. You ain't got to tell me twice. Let me tell y'all something. Some things you ain't got to tell me twice. Houston. Okay. Excuse me. Now, y'all know I'm an educator. And I have worked in schools for the last 20 years on different varying levels of responsibility. And let me tell y'all something. If people feel like, why are we focusing on things like dress code and it's not a big deal and this, that, and the other, it goes to the bigger picture of expectation. It goes to the bigger picture of you are walking into a professional environment. It goes to the bigger picture of how can we hold your child to a standard that you won't uphold yourself. I have seen parents show up to school with no bra on, and I don't mean they got little perky ones and you can't tell. I mean, they like me and they swinging. Okay. I've seen parents show up to school in their pajamas and some slides. I've seen parents show up to school in holy t-shirts. I've seen parents show up to school in bonnets. Okay. I've had parents show up to school drunk. I've had parents show up to school smelling like weed. There has to be a standard of expectation. These parents go pick these kids up looking like they look like just rolled out of damn bed. Yes. And they smell like it too. Yes. Yeah, Tanisha, going back to what you're saying about the hair, that's what my hairdresser said. I think that the apple cider probably helps, but my hairdresser said that she said that the lady used old hair. She said that's probably what it was, that the lady used old hair and it tore your scalp up. That's what she said. And I think that's probably what it was. Now the apple cider vinegar probably helps. But yeah, the problem is the hair she used to begin with. Yeah, honey. I think that, what we I'm about to get, as James would say, get on my soapbox for a minute. Part of the problem in this country is that we have lowered the expectations for everything. We have lowered the expectations for everything. And I'm guilty of it. Let me be honest. I'll be honest, I am guilty. When I first started my career in education, I was in the classroom. I was a teacher. And where I worked, there was no dress code. There was no dress code. And my mother used to hate how I dressed for work. Because in her mind, a teacher should have on a suit every day or a skirt or a dress and dress that way. And I'm a khakis and polo kind of chick, right? I can give you a button-up shirt. I can give you a blouse. But 90% of the time, it's going to be some pants. It's going to be some variation of slacks. Now, I have cute slacks. I got a lot of different pairs of slacks. I got a lot of different cute colors. I wear colors. I wear different variations of stripes and pinstripes and designs and all of that. But 99.9% of the time, I'm going to give you some slacks, some loafers, some slide-ons, some slip-ons, and a polo. When the weather is like this, when the weather starts warming up, I'll pull out some skirts. But again, they're gonna be those flowy skirts, the billowy kind of skirts with a large blouse or whatever. And my mother used to hate it. She was like, "You just not dressed like a teacher. I just don't feel like you're dressed like a teacher." And I'm 23, 24 years old at the time. I was like, "Ma, why you tripping?" Fast forward to the old ripe age I am now, I get it. I understand where she's coming from. And I think that's part of what we have to instill that back in our children. That expectation that you are going into a place of business. If we want them to take school seriously, then the mindset has to be that school is a serious place and people need to dress accordingly. People need to show up ready for that with that expectation. And I think that this society as a whole, we just don't hold to it. And don't get me wrong, I've seen some teachers dress up that I feel like if I could send you home, I would. And I'll be honest with you, the first school I taught at, my principal was like Joe Clark. If y'all know who Joe Clark, lean on me. She was like the Joe Clark of our school system, and she had that reputation. And she had, even though we did not have a dress code, she sent people home before. Now, she would deal with the union if somebody complained to the union, but her thing was, you're not going to be in my school looking like that. And she did send people home. And I just think that, I do think we lowered the expectation on a lot of things. And again, I've been guilty of it. But I do think we have to hold our parents and our adults, everybody to that standard. And why would you want to show up to your child's school looking crazy? Again, I've had parents show up for conferences like that. Not, I'm just picking up my child, I'm signing them out and we going home. I mean, they showed up to sit down and have a conference. What's up, Life with Us TV? How you doing, girl? Happy Sunday, girl. I'm going to text you too, because I'm going to be coming through your way again this weekend. So maybe we could try it again. Matter of fact, I meant to text you earlier this week. Hey, girl. I'm talking about the principal down in Texas that putting that dress code in place for them parents, honey. And I think that is much needed. I think more people need to do it personally. And then and probably the parents complaining are the ones showing up looking crazy. Yeah, shower caps. And again, are my clothes clean? Yes. Are they neat? Yes. Do I look like I rolled out of bed? No. But I'm not wearing no suit every day. Now, like I said, I've been in varying roles. There have been jobs that I held in the school where I was a little more formal. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, we do. And it depends on, and it also depends technically I could wear jeans to work every day if I wanted to, and there really ain't nothing they can do about it. I don't have a dress code. I try to only wear jeans on Fridays. You know what I mean? Like I keep it like dress down Friday in my mind. Now, if I wanted to wear jeans every day, I could, but for my own personal level of expectation, I don't. I technically could wear flip-flops to work. I don't. You know what I mean? I could wear a t-shirt to work every day if I wanted to. I don't. That kind of stuff. But yeah, the ones who complain are the ones who's guilty in most cases, in most things, But how can I tell your child to take the damn shower cap off? And here you come walking up in there with a bonnet, whatever they call it. And here you come with a bonnet on. You know what I mean? So, but be honest with y'all. Parents are the biggest pain in my ass anyway in my job, to be perfectly honest with you. It ain't even the kids, it's the parents. If I could, honey, it's the parents. Most of the time, they got my phone ringing. Who calling me? Oh, this Mink, y'all. Hold on. Hey, girl. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Oh, so he think you found it? Oh yeah, somebody trying to get y'all. Yeah, I think HBO shut that thing down, honey. All right. Well, if you up for it, I can still come at 9, but that's not too late. If not, we can just talk about it later. We can watch it tonight and talk about it later.
I mean, it's not too late for me, but I'll tell you, my neighbor was cutting the grass and cut the bag over Horizon High.
Are you serious, girl?
Yeah. I'm so slow because I was like, trying to be neighbor to people who are on the house. I'm trying to be neighbor. I'm like, no,
girl. Oh, well, you look. Well, you're more than welcome to come up here, girl. But I'm sure it'll be on the Fire Stick probably as soon as it's over. It'll be on the Fire Stick. You know that. But beforehand, because I was surprised last week when my girlfriend said that she saw it early. But let me call you back, girl, because I'm actually live right now. But I answered the phone because I know we was planning on, we was figuring it out. But I'll hit you back. All right, bye-bye. I'm sorry, y'all. I know that was rude of me, but you know, I told y'all, Mink, we were planning on watching Game of Thrones tonight, so that was her calling me because last week a friend of mine had found it early. Had found the episode. Somebody had put the episode up on the Fire Stick early, but it looked like HBO don't shut that thing down, honey. You know, HBO, they was like, oh no, we go no, we're not having that. So they must have shut it down. So that was her calling me to tell me that they couldn't find it. And then she said that somebody done cut her Verizon code. I mean her Verizon cord, so she told me she might not even be able to watch it tonight at all. Because I said, well, I can still come over there and we'll watch it at 9. I said, oh, well, you're more than welcome to come up here, honey, because tonight's episode is going to be everything. Everything. Do you hear me? Everything. Girl, hey, Regina. No, you ain't really missed nothing. I just been running my mouth. I don't even know what I was talking about. I think I'm talking about a little bit of everything. You watch Game of Thrones? Okay, so what you think? All right, Game of Thrones. Tonight's episode is going to be fire. If you don't watch Game of Thrones, I know y'all sick of people talking about Game of Thrones, but honey, tonight. So tomorrow, I'm going to put up my review for, we're going to do our review for Avengers tomorrow, and I'm probably going to talk about Game of Thrones tomorrow. If it's as good as I expect it to be. If it's really going to be what I expect it to be, I'll probably talk about Game of Thrones tomorrow too. What comes on tonight? Real Housewives is over. Married to Medicine is over. What comes on tonight? I might not have nothing to review tonight, honey. Hallelujah. So I can watch Game of Thrones and not have to worry about missing nothing. Hold on. Let me turn to what is it, Bravo? What comes on tonight? Is everything over for the next couple of weeks? I know Real Housewives of Potomac starts in 2 weeks. So maybe it's just a free week. Maybe we just got a free week, y'all. For those of y'all who watch Real Housewives and all that stuff. Let me see. I turned on Bravo. Let's see what come on at 8 o'clock. Yeah, they just showing Real Housewives of Atlanta tonight. Okay, cool. Then I get to watch Game of Thrones and don't have to worry about missing nothing. Ooh, yeah. Because now I got the basketball game on, which this is my time of year. The NBA Finals. This is my time of year when it comes to basketball. Yeah. I think this should be I don't know. I think everybody should have a dress code, even though it would probably irritate me if I had a dress code every day. I can admit I probably would not like it, but I think there has to be an expectation. Hey, baby girl, that's what comes on. Thank you. Portia's show comes on tonight. Am I going to watch that, y'all? I'll watch it. I normally don't really give a damn about these baby shows and stuff like that. Like, I'm happy for Portia, don't get me wrong, but what we gonna do? Watch her go to Lamar's classes and put together the crib and like, do we really think it's gonna be a whole lot with it? I think it's only 3 episodes because wasn't that what Nene was talking? Oh, did y'all see what Nene sent Portia a cease and desist after Portia done posted them screenshots of those text messages between the two of them, honey? Nene petty as hell. Nene is terrible. She can dish it, but she cannot feel about it. But let me say this, I'm gonna tape it. I ain't watching it tonight. I promise you that, because I'm watching Game of Thrones tonight. I ain't watching it tonight. Because like I said, when I get off this live, I'm gonna lay down and take me a little nappy nap. And then I'm going to get up and get ready. What I need to be doing is doing some work. That's what I need to be doing. But I ain't done no work all weekend. When are you going? What? Sacred Lemon, I don't even know what you're talking about. What did the text message say? What text message, Regina? Oh, between Nene and Portia, they went back. They were basically going back and forth, and Nene was calling Portia all kinds of fat this and messed up shape that and this, that, and the other. And Portia was like, I'm pregnant. Like, you really gonna come at me for being pregnant? And they were going back and forth. And so Portia posted them. She took the screenshots and she posted them on Twitter or whatever. So Nene did send a cease and desist. So it's a mess. It's a mess. Oh, okay. Okay, Scared Lemon. Cause I was like, what you talking about, girl? Okay, because I was like, what kick who ass? Who ass I'm kicking? Oh, so the mamas are gonna get into it. All right, I'll look at it. I think it's only 3 episodes, so I can look at it for 3 episodes. And Potomac starts next week, right? Man, that look like that's gonna be a hot butted mess. Real Housewives of Potomac look like that's gonna be some mess, some mess, honey, some mess. Yeah, Nene is a mess, and the thing is, I've never been a huge Nene fan. I've respected Nene's hustle. I respected how Nene took this reality show and rolled it into all the things she's rolled it into. Like, I respect her hustle, but Nene ain't never been a fan of mine. I mean, I've never been a fan of Nene's, to be honest with you. I don't dislike her, but she really irritates me. Because she just got some ways about her that for a grown woman, I just don't get. You know, I just don't get, but people love her. Yeah, girl, right. Nene said Portia, who, mind you, is pregnant right now. So I would expect her to maybe, you know, have some weight issues. I mean, you know what I'm saying? She's pregnant. No, boys can come into this stream. We just happen to be talking about, you know, we were talking about Game of Thrones a minute ago. We just talking about housewives shit right now. Oh no, you can come on in. It's boys are welcome. Men preferably. Men are welcome. Oh, the Braves answer. Oh, okay. So you didn't hear the Braves answer. So the Braves answer, to make a long story short, the hair that was used was dry, was old hair and very dry, and it was really tearing my scalp up in the back. It kept itching, and it was pulling the hair out of the braids, and it just was doing a lot. And it still up front looked halfway decent, but in the back it was a hot mess. And I'm going out of town this weekend coming up, and if I didn't do it this weekend, it would have to stay for 2 more weeks. And I just didn't think it was going to last for 2 more weeks. So that's the short answer of it. And when I went to the hairdresser yesterday, my scalp was so dry, honey. So dry. So yeah. Yeah, I thought Portia looked, and again, I ain't no big Portia fan, but I thought Portia looked nice when she was pregnant. So yeah, well, I had it in for 3 weeks. It would have been 3 weeks on Wednesday. So I had it in for a while. It would have been 3 weeks on Wednesday. I would have liked to keep it in for about another week though. But if I weren't going out of town next week, I would have kept it in for another week. But I'm leaving to go out of town on Thursday. So I just I wouldn't have had time to take the braids out, get my hair done before I left to go out of town on Thursday. So, because I'm leaving straight from work Thursday. So it was one of those things where if I don't do it now, then I'm gonna have to wait 2 more weeks to do it. And I just wasn't trying to do that. So yeah, that was what that was. Yeah, so yeah, we got that. The other thing, let me see, the other 2 hashtags I had in the description were R. Kelly. So you see what Lifetime is doing an update to the R. Kelly documentary. I think it's going to be called The Impact, Surviving R. Kelly, The Impact. So I guess they're going to let us know that he's been charged and go through what's going on with him currently and an update on the stories from the young ladies. What y'all think about that? How y'all feel about it? Y'all think they're doing too much? Yeah, Nene jealous of everybody. And Nene is one of those friends that you hate to have, because Nene's one of those friends that's like, you can't be friends with anybody else, and I just don't understand people like that. I don't understand people who put parameters and limitations on your friendship. And then she questions everybody's loyalty. Oh, you're not loyal to me. Oh, you're not loyal. Oh, you're not loyal. It's like, come on, boo. Come on. Loyal, and it's just... But they said was that Nene signed her new contract and she's getting more money. So it sounded like she was rewarded for all this bad behavior from this season, throwing people through the closet and tearing producers' shirts and all this other stuff. Sound like she got rewarded for it. So, I guess that's what sells. That's what they do. That's what they do. So yeah, I don't know, y'all. What y'all think about the R. Kelly situation? Y'all think that's too much? I think they've made their point. He's been charged. That's the rumor. I don't know that to be fact, Regina. The rumor is that she got paid more money, that she got a raise. That's the rumor, that she got a raise. But then I've also heard that Cynthia got her piece, and I've heard Cynthia didn't get her piece. So at this point, I don't know. You know how stuff go out there in the atmosphere. Yeah, R. Kelly. I mean, R. Kelly. Well, R. Kelly too. They both narcissists. I'm not gonna say I'm over the whole R. Kelly nonsense, but I'm at a point where I'm like, okay, let's let the courts deal with what they're going to deal with. I think we've made our point, and you either feel the way you feel about R. Kelly one way or the other. You know what I mean? Like there are people that are still supporting R. Kelly. There are people who feel like R. Kelly is guilty. You know, I think that people feel the way they feel about the R. Kelly situation, but doing an update, I don't think we need an update. I think we can see it's in the news all the time, you know, and I'm with you, Alex. I feel like we get it, and I don't want to be insensitive to the alleged victims. And I'm saying allegedly because legally I'm saying allegedly until he convicted, it's allegedly. But, do I think that he's done some things he shouldn't have done? Yeah, I do. But I think we've made the point. I think that the documentary was out there, and I think the point was made. Just my 2 cents. I don't know. Yeah, put him in jail and let's move on. You see where he didn't even show up for court this week, and now his lawyers are trying to say it's because of his learning disability. What your learning disability got to do with you missing your court date? Please tell me. Now, Dominique, which one is Dominique? Dominique, is that the one whose mother rescued her on the show? Like they went and got her out of the hotel room? Is that Dominique's mother? Let me tell you something. Again, I'm in education, and I tell my students all the time, the adult world don't care about your learning disability, and they don't. They don't. The adult world don't care about your learning disability. When I worked at the juvenile detention center, the judge didn't care about them having IEPs. The judge didn't care if they had a learning disability. If they out here knocking people over the head and robbing them, they ain't care. So, I tell my students that all the time. They sure don't. No, they do not. Yeah, which one, Shauna, which one was Dominique? Because I get the girls mixed up, so I don't know which one was Dominique. Exactly. Well, that's what a lawyer's job is to do. He's paying them a whole lot of money to come up with a whole lot of excuses about his bad behavior. They're gonna have to come up with a whole lot of excuses before this is over with. His former lawyer that was his lawyer for the trial that he was found not guilty has terminal cancer, and he said he's guilty. He was like, because at this point he was like, they can't get me for breaching my attorney-client privilege because I'm about to die. So yeah, he guilty. He did it. I was like, oh well. I work in education. Yes, I've been a teacher, but I work in education. Yeah, Regina. Okay, Shauna, I didn't know that. You're gonna have to give me those links so I can find that information because there've been a couple of updates on Dominique that I've seen on like YouTube and stuff. So I didn't know about all that. So that was a setup? What you mean it was all for show? That was a setup? That wasn't real? Girl, that's going to hurt my feelings because I really felt for them. Yeah, money he don't have. Well, we know he broke. Dang. Yeah, Dominique was the one that dressed like a boy. So that whole... What did her mother lie about? I need to find out. I don't like, dang, that hurt my feelings. That hurt my little feelings. Oh, because I was really feeling for them. Yeah, they got me too. I was feeling for them. I was all sad and so happy for her mom. And now don't get me wrong. Some of the stuff I was trying to figure out, some of the stuff I felt like was a little convenient. You know what I'm saying? But I didn't think the whole thing was a lie. But that's sad. Like I said, some of it looked convenient. Yeah, convenient, but I don't know. I don't know. Well, I ain't gonna say nothing. I'm gonna just leave it at that. Convenient. I'm gonna just leave it at convenient. Mm-hmm. It looked, and yeah, that's what I'm saying. I didn't think that the story was fake. I just thought that it was convenient how the producers were able to find her and they were able to get her to come downstairs. Like, I thought it was convenient how the whole thing played out. I didn't think that it was fake though. Oh, my neighbor outside with the dog. It's fun. It's funny how the neighborhood come alive the minute it get warm. I'm in an area where we have winter. I know some of y'all might be in the South or on the West Coast or something where you have different weather patterns, but in the winter, it be dead. I don't see no kids playing around. I don't see nothing. The minute it start getting warm, all kinds of stuff start coming out. I'm like, where all these people come from? I'm looking at my window I'm in my living room, and it's like it's a yard, like I don't know, little yard area. It used to be a playground back there, but they dug up the playground because people started hanging out, doing stuff they weren't supposed to be doing. So it's just an open field now. And it's all kinds of people out there. They throwing the ball. They got the dog running around. So anyway, that's what I was looking at. But yeah, I just, I teared up a little bit too. I did too. I don't, like I said, I didn't think that the story was fake because it was documented. I mean, there were pictures documenting that Dominique was with him, and you saw how she looked when they came to get her. I mean, she looked like a boy. Like, she looked, but she also was very skinny. So it looked like she wasn't eating. I mean, she was real skinny. Did y'all see how little she was? And her eyes were so vacant. Like, she didn't look good. And definitely didn't look healthy. Definitely didn't look like she was being taken care of. But I was just saying, what I mean by convenient, like I said, the fact that while they were filming, they were able to find her and, just the stuff that happened. Again, do I believe that she is the R. Kelly victim? Yes, I do. But, anyway, I have to find that. Shauna, when you get a chance, drop me some links or something so I can find that story because I want to read up on it because I hate that. I hate feeling like I was duped. Honey. Yeah, so that's pretty much all that's been going on, y'all. What else? I mean, I shouldn't say all that's been going on. A lot of stuff went down. What else went on this week? I put in the hashtag Jussie. And the reason why I said that is I'm not getting ready to get into no whole Jussie Smollett guilty or not guilty story. But we see that his brother wrote an op-ed basically saying, what if Jussie's telling the truth? And he really laid out, if you haven't read it, go back and read that op-ed. And he really laid out the story, all the evidence against Jussie and what is true versus what is fiction and what was leaked by the Chicago Police Department versus what is real and what the FBI said versus what the Chicago Police Department said. And if you read that, and I mean, I know it's his brother, so of course it's going to be biased. But if you read that, very interesting to see how they break it down. And you look at the evidence and you look at how much is rumors versus what is really fact against Jussie. Very interesting. Dominique is basically saying her mom was in touch with her the whole time. Mom was getting paid, but when the money stopped, she changed. She went live on IG. Oh. Now that's interesting. Here's the thing I did find with that documentary, and then I found that all of the parents I found exaggerated about how much contact they had with their children. All of them did. The other parents that were talking about their daughter, the other two parents that they talked to on the show, when you started getting more of the story, all of them have been in contact with their daughters. What they're saying though is the contact is very limited and very controlled. You know what I'm saying? They're saying that they don't feel like their daughters are talking freely. And that's even what Gayle King said when she did her interview with R. Kelly, that when they talked to the girls, supposedly the agreement was that R. Kelly wouldn't be around, but R. Kelly stayed in the back and he kept clearing his throat to let them know he was there. So all of the parents supposedly, I feel like exaggerated about that. But they're saying that the conversations they have with their daughters are limited and controlled. So I don't know. Yeah, she said that there was a setup. Moms had been in touch and brought the cameras to the hotel. Search up Michelle Kramer on here. I saw it on Since Day One's page. Oh, and Tasha K? Okay. I'm gonna have to look it up. Okay, I'm gonna have to look it up. Okay, thanks, Shauna, for letting me know. Excuse me, I'm gonna look it up tonight. Alex, you asked, am I excited about Potomac? I am excited about Potomac. I think Potomac's gonna be a hot-butted mess is what I think Potomac is gonna be. We're gonna have the storyline with Ashley and her husband being accused of sexual harassment. We're gonna have the story. It looks like Giselle and Karen are still having their issues. We're going to have the story. It looks like Monique gets into it and, she pregnant, but Monique bout it. So it looks like that's going on. Look like Robin and Juan then relit the fire, honey. And they, she said they doing it like rabbits, honey. So I'm happy for her. I just hope he ain't doing it with other people no more. I don't know if Charisse is back or not, because Charisse not being a regular on the show last season was because of her divorce. So I'm wondering if Charisse is on there, because she was on damn near every episode. She just couldn't be a contracted housewife. She had to be a friend of the show, and that was because of her divorce. So I'm wondering if she's a regular housewife this season. And then it looked like Candace and Chris's wedding is going to be some drama with the mama. But we knew that. We knew that last season. But here's the thing I hate about Potomac. Potomac films so far in advance because Candace and Chris's wedding was last summer. It's been almost a year since they got married. And so it's like, and then you remember when the story broke about Ashley and her husband and him supposedly assaulting the camera crew. That was like last fall. So this shit happened 7 months ago, so I'm still looking forward to seeing it, but some of the storylines, and that's why the reunions are always so explosive, because the women have had time that the event happened, then they see what was done, how it was edited, and what people said in their confessional. Then they come back for the reunion. And that's why the reunions are always so explosive on these shows, because the filming was so long. Yeah, the trailer came on. All of the housewives posted it on their IG. If you follow any of the housewives on Instagram, they all posted it. But yeah, you can go to Bravo and catch it. Robin, I want to like Robin so bad. I really do. I really want to like Robin, but Robin be doing a lot. Robin be doing the most. I'll be honest with you. I don't really have a favorite on Potomac. I don't, because on any given week, they all get on my nerves. On any given week, they all get on my nerves. I think Giselle is messy. She likes to stir the pot. She's the bone carrier. Yeah, the delay is too much. Monique, I don't dislike Monique. I think Monique is real, but I also think that Monique brags, but then pretends like she does. See, my thing is just stand in your shit. If you brag and you're a bragger, just say, yeah, I mean, this is my husband did this, my husband did that, and this is what we got, and it is what it is. But she tries to pretend like it's not bragging. Yes, it is. It's bragging. And I'm a Redskins fan, and when I tell you I was in love with her husband, honey, I was in love with me some Chris Samuels, honey. But I remember when they got married, because I actually know a friend of theirs. I'm a friend of a friend. No, not a friend of a friend. I'm a friend of theirs. So a couple of things that happened, like my friend has been at taping. She's been at tapings of Real Housewives of Potomac. She ain't made the cut yet, but she'll post it, different pictures on her Instagram and be like, we're at filming. Like at Chris's birthday party on last season, she was at the birthday party. There was a pool party that's going to be on this season. She was at the pool party. I don't know if she's going to make the cut this year and make it out of editing, but because, they try to edit it to just the housewives. But so she went to their wedding. She knew them and she went to their wedding. So I remember pictures of their wedding. I remember when they got married. So, You know, Ashley irritates me because Ashley stirs up shit for no damn reason. Like, Ashley and Giselle both stir up shit, but it's like in a different way. I could deal with Giselle more so than Ashley because Ashley tries to play that. I just answered a question, Karen. Karen, why you can't just answer the question? Karen, just answer the question. Like, she does that. She does that ditzy. I'm trying to be innocent and I'm the young one and I'm trying to play young. Like, she irritates my soul because she tries to play innocent. At least Giselle stands on her shit. You know what I mean? Ashley, but I don't really. Yeah, they only shows the cast post everything on social media. Yeah. There's something about Giselle that I like regardless of the fact that she's wrong. And she seems cool to hang with. Yeah, Giselle seems like a cool person. And like I said, Giselle seems to own, out of all of them, I feel like Giselle owns her shit. But she does some stuff sometimes that I think is like when she wore that t-shirt last year to Karen's press conference and then tried to act like it was out of support. No, it wasn't. It was you being shady, and that's what you should have said. You should have said, I'm here to be shady. You know, you lying about the damn tax bill. Just be honest about it. And, you know, I'm here to support you. But don't try to pretend like you don't understand why people thought it was shady. People thought it was shady because it was shady. You know what I mean? Irritates my soul, yes. Okay, Shauna says she don't think that Monique is obnoxious. I do. I think Monique is obnoxious with it. Giselle and Robin from college football games. Stuck up. Yeah, I don't, because I know Giselle went to Hampton, I believe. I'm not sure where Robin went. I think did Robin go to Maryland with Juan? But I'm pretty certain Giselle went to Hampton. I believe she went to Hampton. Yeah, that's what it is. Monique got that new money. You know what I mean? And I think she's obnoxious with it personally. But you're right. She doesn't call names, but she says she does it in a way to let you know. But you're right. She's not like, oh, you stepped on my Louboutins and da 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 da. But like I think she's obnoxious with it. But yeah. Oh, really? Oh, you saying you remember them from college? Oh, I see what you're saying, Regina. Oh, yeah, that doesn't surprise me at all. Giselle, I don't even want to say it because I don't want to put that out there. But yeah, Giselle, she got that shit with her. She does. She got that shit with her. She does. I feel like, if I had to pick one of the housewives to hang out with away from the camera, because I also think some of what we see is because they know they're on camera. I think Giselle and Robin would be the two I'd want to hang out with, because I think that away from the camera, I think they probably are the funnest ones to hang out with. Potomac. But my favorite housewife is Erica Jane from Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. I love her. Now that's somebody who stands in her shit. She got it. She doesn't apologize for it. She don't apologize for how she lived. And her thing is, if you don't like it, go get you some. I love Erica Jane. I love Erica Jane. Norfolk State. Oh my gosh, Regina. You don't have to tell me on here, but one of my really best friends went to Norfolk State, and he's very active with the alumni. And I wonder if y'all know each other or if y'all were there at the same time. Girl, email me. Email me. My email is in the description. Email me. I'm interested if y'all knew each other. It would be such a small world, girl. Such a small world. Girl, I love America. I said America. I love Erica. Well, I do love America. I love Erica. Tanya seems cool, but now Real Housewives of Atlanta, the person I want to hang with is Eva. I've loved Eva since Real Housewives. Since America's Next Top Model. I love Eva. I would hang with Eva. But Tanya seems cool. Candy. Weren't folks saying Giselle was a snob when she was first lady with her act? She probably was. You know, I don't look at New York. And I've been getting comments under my videos for people wanting me to watch New York, but I have never, ever, ever watched The Real Housewives of New York. And at this point, I don't know if I could catch up and know what's going on to do a good review. You know what I'm saying? Because I've watched other people review shows that didn't know the history of the show, and the reviews aren't good because they have opinions based on not having the whole story. And so I don't know. I've never watched New York. I don't know anything about New York. All I know isn't the one that does the skinny vodka. Wasn't she on New York? And then her husband died or something like that. And then the one that went to jail, Teresa Geis. Her and her husband, didn't they go to jail for tax fraud or something like that? So that's it. I don't know anything about New York, Alex. And I've had people asking me to review it, but I don't feel like I could do a good job because I don't feel like I know enough about it. You know what I mean? And I could go back and look at a few episodes, but hell, that show been coming on for like 10 years. I would have to go back and like really, really binge to like catch up on what people was talking about. Is it good? See, I've had a lot of people telling me. Okay, you were there 84 through 87. No, he was there because now age-wise, he would have been there, but he was a non-traditional student. He went to the military first and then went to Norfolk State. But I don't know where you live, Regina. Actually, no, that wasn't you. Regina, you weren't the one that said you were in Atlanta. That wasn't you. Anyway, he's in this area. He's in the DC area. So he's real active. If you go to any homecomings or anything like that, he's there. He's there every year. He's very active. But it's a small world, you know, Norfolk State. It's a small world. You feel like, okay, Alex, I might try. Maybe this summer I'll go back and look at some on-demand seasons and see what's up. When is the new season of New York? Is it on now? I might go back and catch up with it. I don't know. Okay, you said I could catch up. Yeah, you said Candy with that local crew. I don't know. They would have to be the auxiliary. Like Candy, I don't think that crew could be like my main squeeze homegirls. But I could probably hang with them like every once in a while. We go to the club, we do this, we do that, you know. Luann. Okay, Luann, yeah. Oh, that's New Jersey. See, I don't even know the difference. Hey, Mimi, 126. I wouldn't have to invest. I might, because I've had a few requests. And my thing is, if y'all gonna watch it, you know what I'm saying? If y'all gonna watch the reviews, honey, I've had a few requests to do New York. Okay, all right. I might try. I might try to catch up on it. And I did the same thing with Beverly Hills. I looked at the first season of Beverly Hills, and then I didn't look at it again for like another. I probably missed like 3 seasons of Beverly Hills, and then I went back to it. So maybe I could pick it up. I hear y'all. Okay. Yes. Okay, Luann being a shitty mess. Okay. A lot of people say they don't like, what was it, Brittany? What's her name? The skinny vodka lady. A lot of people don't like her. Now, all the episodes on Hulu, because let me tell you how Hulu do. I don't like Hulu, and I'm going to tell you why I don't like Hulu. Hulu makes me pay for shit. I like Netflix because I pay my little money every month to Netflix, and I can get whatever I want on Netflix, and it ain't no commercials. Hulu has commercials, and they try to make you pay extra for stuff because, like, there were a couple of seasons of Married to Medicine when I was trying to get caught up on Married to Medicine. There were a couple of seasons they want you to pay for. I'm like, why the fuck? I already pay you. Why do I have to pay extra? And yeah, I don't like Hulu. Hulu's sneaky. Hulu is sneaky. And they got commercials. I'm like, well, what the hell am I paying for? I mean, I know I'm paying for the streaming, but it's like they nickel and dime you. And Hulu, they try to get you because some of the seasons will be free. And then some of their shows you got to pay for. And I'm like, I'm not paying you. I already pay you for the streaming service. Why do I have to pay you extra? And they have like, you know, the premium and VIP and all that. I ain't paying all that extra. That's that bullshit. Okay, you said you in Georgia. Okay, you're the one that lives in Georgia. Okay. Yeah, we're up here in he's active in the Maryland chapter. Bethany Frankel. Yeah, that's her name. Bethany Frankel. Okay, Luann was the one that had the cabaret show. Okay, all right, all right. Girl, I'm telling you. Now, the problem is Hulu does have some shows that I like to watch. But again, I've noticed with those types of shows, like Real Housewives shows and like Married to Medicine and stuff, it's extra. And I'm sure there are other places I can find it if I look hard enough. Like I could go on the, you know what, I got a damn Fire Stick. I could probably find all of it on the Fire Stick. I don't use my Fire Stick to its fullest potential. And I really need to, because I really need to cut down my damn cable bill, because half the stuff I could probably get on my Fire Stick and stop being so lazy. I need to update my Fire Stick. It's, you know how you got to keep update. I need to update my Fire Stick. Oh, Luann's a Duchess or something now. Okay, y'all talking to each other now. Bethany is a snob. She was one in the beginning with no money and no man. Chased her first husband down. Oh, my. Okay, Hulu has the whole series and I don't have to pay extra for it. Okay, Alex, I'm going to hold you to that. I'm going to check Hulu, Alex. I'm going to check it. So is the new season of Real Housewives of New York now, or is it starting? Is it in the, where is it in the rotation? Because I know the rotation, because Beverly Hills is not normally this late. Beverly Hills is running this late because of the whole hiccup with Lisa Vanderpump quitting the show or not filming, and they had to suspend filming, and then they had to finish up the season. Because normally Real Housewives of Beverly Hills starts, it overlaps Atlanta, and it's usually over a couple of weeks after Atlanta's over. But Atlanta ran late this year too, it seems like. Because Atlanta is usually, it usually starts around Christmas. Beverly Hills is usually over by now, I feel like. Anyway, where is it in the rotation? Let me know where it is in the rotation. Bethany is amazing. Uh-oh. Oh, we got people disagreeing now. Bethany is amazing. Regina got all the details. I knew I wasn't crazy. Oh, wow. Luann was a countess, but she threw it away. Well, you know, that's what people do for love, honey. Hey, what you won't do for love. Hey, you try everything. Hey, that's what she did for love, honey. At this point in my life, I don't know if love would do it. Okay, the latest episode, season 11, episode 8. So I'm 8 episodes behind on this season. All right. This what I will commit to. I will commit to looking at some old seasons and seeing how I like it. I will commit to that. Yeah, that's one of my songs, Alex. Now I can't sing, but I love music. But I'm not a singer, but I love music. I love music. I don't know if that was love when every woman has. Oh, he fucked was at every. Oh. Dorinda. Now, what is that? New York? Dorinda's on New York. Okay, Alex, you are a super fan. He said I ate lunch. I ate lunch in front of her building, hopes to see her. Okay. Yes, you are a super fan, honey. But you know what's funny? With Real Housewives of Potomac, because I know what it's like when you have a franchise in your city. Because with Real Housewives of Potomac, a lot of those places that they've gone, I've been at some of those restaurants. And what's really funny, I have actually a couple of connections to Real Housewives of Potomac, because actually one of my really good friends who I did a radio show with him. He knows Ashley and Michael. Matter of fact, he was there when Ashley and Michael were dating before they actually got married. He's known them since they were dating. Ashley used to be a bartender at one of Michael's bars. And that's how they started dating. That's how they got together. And he knew Ashley when she was Miss DC. And I've been trying, when we did the radio show, we were trying to get her to come on the radio show because we were still doing the radio show during the first season of Real Housewives of Potomac. And he was trying to get her to come on the show. But, you know, they're signed to very strict contracts while the show is filming. If you notice, you don't see the housewives doing a lot of housewife interviews outside of Watch What Happens Live, you don't see them doing a lot of housewife stuff while the season is going on. Now, once the season is over, that's different. And I even tried, I had a meet and greet last year with James Caldwell, and I tried to get Ashley to come to the meet and greet, but I couldn't get her. We weren't able to get it together because, again, it's a friend of a friend. So, like, I don't have a direct connection to Ashley. But yeah, so when her restaurant, that restaurant Oz, I haven't been there because the food didn't entice me. But I know exactly where her restaurant is. And some of the other places that they go to, like I've been there or I know where it is. So I understand what you're talking about, Alex. You'd be like, are they filming? Oh, is that a camera? Oh, God. So, and then actually my friend, the one I'm talking about on the radio show, you remember the first season where Ashley had her birthday party and Michael gave her that Porsche? You remember that? The first season of Real Housewives of Potomac? He was actually in that episode and I saw him and I was like, is that Earl? And I had to like pause the screen and rewind it. I said, that's him. And I called him. I said, why didn't you tell me they were filming when you went to her birthday party? He was like, I forgot. Because again, they film it so far in advance. He was like, I forgot. And, they had to sign waivers and all this other stuff when they went in. He said, I forgot all about all of that. He was like, and he doesn't look at any of he doesn't look at the show. So he didn't know nothing about it. Know that he was on the show, whatever. It was really funny. Oh, that's, what? I can't stand that kind of a drunk. Yeah, I don't like the kind of drunks I don't like angry drunks and I don't like forgetful drunks. I don't like people who pass out and then they don't remember because I feel like sometimes they use that as an excuse for bad behavior. So I don't like those kind of drunks because I don't like people who use it as an excuse for bad behavior. And I damn sure can't stand an angry drunk. I can't do it. I can't do it. I'm a happy drunk. I get drunk. I'm happy. Everybody's my friend. We friends. We all happy. Yeah, Alex. And the funny thing is I want to go to Australia, but the menu just did not, it didn't wow me. Alex, he said, I promise you I'll go back and look at some seasons to see what's going on. I can commit to that. I can commit to going back and looking at some seasons. Yeah, I don't know about, again, I want to go to Australia. And let me tell you something. I love to travel, but I'm not very adventurous with my taste buds. And, it's funny because I'm a big girl, but I'm very finicky. I'm a very finicky eater. And a lot of people find that interesting, but it is. I just eat a lot of the bad shit. I got Hulu, Alex. I got Hulu. I have Hulu, Alex. I have it. But I will. I'll go back and look at some seasons. Because even now, I'm in the middle of, you said they're on episode 8, so I'm already in the middle of the season. I really wouldn't know what the hell is going on right now. Like, if I go back to the beginning of this season, will it give me enough of the background to know what the hell is even going on? Yeah, I'd be like Candy in Tokyo with the chicken wings. But you know what's funny? When I was in London, like when I travel, like I don't do like McDonald's and stuff like that. Like I will go to a local or try to go to local restaurants. I just want to know what the hell I'm ordering. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not adventurous in what I order. But like I don't want to go to McDonald's when, like when I was in Africa, we went to a lot of local restaurants and stuff like that. I was in Kenya, but I ordered basic shit. You know what I mean? Like I didn't order anything exotic, Well, at least that I know of. Yeah, I would have to go back, Alex. I promise you I will. That I can promise you. I can promise you, Alex, that I will go back. I can't promise you this season, but I promise you I'll go back and watch the old seasons and see what's going on. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Shaquanda. Please tell me I said your name right. Thank you, Shaquanda. Oh, that was sweet. That was sweet. Oh, yeah. All right, let's see. What else? The last thing I think I had, the hashtag was Uncle Joe. What y'all think about Joe Biden running? Or do we not want to go political? We just want to stay with the housewives because we get political, it could go left. Let's not go political. Let's not go political. Let's just let me see, what time is it? Let me get about, all right, we'll do 10 more minutes and then I'm gonna go ahead so I can take me a nap and get ready for Game of Thrones, honey, for tonight. Because I'm gonna have to, because for those who missed it, I had to get up at old Doc 30 this morning to go see the Avengers. I got up at 7:30 to go see the Avengers, honey. So I need to go take me a nap so I can go watch it. And can we discuss Adam? Adam who? Tell me who you saw. Adam who, Alex? Yeah, little baby. I'm ready for, because tonight's episode is going to be all that. I feel like everybody keeps saying it's going to be a good episode. I feel like it's going to be a good episode. I cannot wait, but I need a nap. And to be honest with you, depending on how good the episode is, I might go live again tonight after the episode go off, honey. I might have to talk about that thing. But you know what, Regina, that might be part of the problem too, because they say you're supposed to eat 4 or 5 times a day, but they're supposed to be small meals. You're not supposed to eat like big meals. My problem is, okay, so we're going to talk about, here's my problem. My problem is I am a finicky eater, but I eat a lot of what I like, and what I like ain't good. That's my problem. And I eat out a lot. I'm not a cook. You know what I mean? Like, I can cook. I will cook, but that's not my thing. Like, my sister's a chef. That's what she does for a living. She loves to cook. She loves to play with food and all of that. I'm not that person. Like, I cook the same shit over and over again. It tastes good, but I'm not very creative with what I cook. When I cook healthy. The problem is I'm lazy. And I don't always cook. Like right now, I said I was going to cook today and prep for the week. I haven't, and I didn't. I might cook a little bit while when I wake up from my nap, I might, because I have some chicken that I thawed out that I might cook up, because tomorrow, I might just wait till I get home from work tomorrow. But yeah, I have some stuff I need to cook and prep. Not I need a 6-pack to get ready for Game of Thrones, honey. I know I'm gonna have me a drink. Okay, I see. I want Bernie over Joe. I see. Yes, Joe. Glad Joe's running. Adam from Mexican Dynasties. Okay. Adon. Okay, Adon. Okay, so you watch Mexican Dynasties too. All right. Do y'all watch Mexican Dynasties, or is it just me and Alex? If y'all don't watch Mexican Dynasties, y'all need to go watch Go catch up on it. I like Mexican Dynasties. I'm gonna tell you why I like Mexican Dynasties. Because it's a perfect blend of fun, but it's got a little bit of drama. But it's not people pulling their hair out, cussing each other out, fighting every week kind of drama. It's more cerebral drama. And Adon is, let me tell you, okay, yeah, Alex, let's talk about Adon for a minute. Did you see my review this week? Did you see last week's episode, or did you see my review? Adon been playing with us. Adon has been playing with us. Adon is no dummy. Okay, girl, then that's it. You get your wine and your popcorn for the battle. Yes, honey. I agree, Alex. It proves that you can have a good show and it doesn't have to be vulgar. Yeah, Adon is okay. So for those of you who do not watch Mexican Dynasties, Adon is they're 3 families. And each family is like they have a family business. Adon's family business is music. Their father is like the David Cassidy of Mexico, right? He was really big in the 70s, and he's still very much respected, and his 2 sons went into music. But they have Alon, who's like the prodigal son. He kind of went off, did his own thing, and they got mad at him. And then they have Adon, who stayed at home. Mommy and daddy coddles him. He's almost 30 years old. He still lives at home, and they woo, right? But Adon has been showing us the last 2 weeks that he is not as much of a puppet as we thought he was, and he's not as much of a dummy as we thought he was. And I'm like, okay, Adon, you had me. He had me fooled. He had me fooled, honey. Yeah, I can't do a sloppy drunk. Hey, Sly Sylvia, I ain't see you come in. Shauna, pick it up. Pick it up, Shauna. I think it's good. Yeah, the Madraso, the Adonde, is it Alande, and the I'm gonna say it wrong. I don't want to say it, but yes. And you know what? Mexican dynasties, I sort of okay, so here's the thing. When shows pop up, I'll tape them to see if it's a show that I'll like enough. Because I can't preview a show that I can't watch. That's why I stopped doing Black Ink Crew New York. If y'all notice, I haven't done the last couple of weeks because I cannot. I cannot. And I watched last week's episode, but last week's episode was so bad. I could not. I was watching it with a friend of mine, and there was a scene where the girls it was just a room full of women just twerking and splitting and half dressed or whatever. And I was sitting there with a friend of mine, and he was like, see, that's my job right there, because he has a daughter. He said, my job is to make sure that ain't never my daughter. You know what I mean? And I was just sitting there like, I cannot. The Art of Creation. Hey, boo. Yeah, they want him up under him. But so I didn't think it was about telenovelas. I just didn't know what it was about. And so I taped the first episode and I really liked it. And so I kept going. Now we talk about people we want to hang out with. I would love to hang out with Oscar and Paulina. They are hilarious. Did you see? And I forgot to say it in my review where Oscar was telling a story about him going to a prostitute and how he gave a prostitute one of his mother's like figurines or something. And Paulina was like, oh, Mommy's been looking for that. You did that? I'm telling Mommy. He was like, no, don't tell her. Don't tell her. It was hilarious. They're brother and sister, and they are hilarious. Yeah, I can't do Black Ink Crew. I'm still going to do Chicago, even though Chicago is scripted too, but it's not as bad as New York. I cannot. Yeah, I just can't do Black Ink Crew. It's too much. I can't. I cannot. But yeah, Adon is showing us some new stuff. Now I'm gonna tell you what I don't think I'm gonna like, Alex. I don't like I don't like this whole witchcraft thing that seems like they're going down. I don't like that. I don't like people playing games and talking about people are witches and all that stuff. I don't know if I like that. But they're going to say that Marty is a witch and she's putting curses on people and stuff like that. I don't like that. I don't like playing that game. So I don't know if I'm gonna like that one, y'all. We'll see. We'll see. But I don't know how I'm gonna feel about that. Which I think. I don't know how I feel about that one. Yeah, I don't like that. And again, a couple of reasons why I don't like it. I don't like it because first of all, I don't feel like we should judge other people's religion if that is what she does. And I don't think we should reduce it to, oh, she's putting a curse on us. I don't think we should reduce other people's faith because there are people who practice these different faiths. They did the same thing on Love and Hip Hop Miami, and I just didn't like it. And I feel like we do a disservice when we reduce other people's faith down to a caricature and a stereotype. You know what I mean? Like, I just don't like that. I don't like that mind. I don't like that. Because again, why are we putting one person's belief over somebody else's, or one person's faith over somebody else's faith? Like Yeah, I don't turn into Bravo to learn about nobody's. Yeah, I don't tune into Bravo to learn about religion either, boo. Nope, not at all. I didn't realize it was that late. Oh Lord, y'all, I gotta get off here so I can take me a nap. I didn't realize it was that late though. I'm thinking it's almost 6:00. It's 6:30. All right, I'm gonna get off here at 6:30. Little baby. I might go live after Game of Thrones, depending on how good it is. Depending on whether I have recovered or not, depending on what the situation was. What you gonna do after Game of Thrones? Hey, Vovo. Oh, I love the show. And again, I don't think, next week is the season finale. So they only did it, if they do touch on it, it'll be that brief little thing that they talk about next week. So You said, "Oh, I need to process. I don't need to go live. I just need to process it by myself. I don't need to go live after the episode." It's gonna be lit. I hope I'm not hyping it up too much, but I don't think I am. They said that fight scene is so ridiculous. It is so. Hey, Ebony. I'm sorry, I mean to yell. Oh, girl, go take care of yourself. Go make you a hot toddy, boo. Go make you a hot toddy. You went to the medical center. Girl, go get you some rest. I mean, thanks for coming in, boo, but go get you some rest. Yeah, you're going, okay, so I'm processed then, okay. Yes. I don't know how I'm going to be doing this. I'm prepping, yeah. I don't know. I can't promise I'm going to go live, but I'm going to see how I feel when the episode is over, because, honey, because I already ate my dinner. That's why I'm about to go lay down. So 6:30, I'll probably lay down till about 7:30, 8 o'clock. Get up around 8 o'clock. Get myself together for work. You know, do what I need to do to get ready for work tomorrow. Get my clothes together. Prep my lunch. All of that stuff. So at 9 o'clock, I could be like this. When that music start playing, I'll be like this. Dun, 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 I'll be like this. Yup. Regina, yes, definitely get real soon. I mean, get better. I said get real soon. Lord, get better soon. Potomac Housewives starts next week. It starts next Sunday, May 2nd, May whatever next Sunday is. It don't start tonight. Tonight is the Portia's having a baby shit. Usually they do, though. I don't know why they have that extra. I guess for Portia. Because usually as soon as one housewife is over, the next one starts up. But I guess because of Portia's special, they having that extra week. But Potomac starts next week. Oh, Alex, I don't need it before they were. I don't need that shit. Alex, you doing it. You doing it. I might tape it. All right. I might tape it. I'll tape it and see what it is. I'll tape it. But I'm telling you what my focus is tonight, Alex. I'm telling you. You must not watch Game of Thrones because you yeah. All right, y'all. Thank y'all for coming, tuning in, talking, hanging out with a sister. I appreciate y'all. I'm gonna go take me a nap, and then I'm gonna be ready for GOT tonight. All right, y'all. Talk to y'all later. Peace.